thought it would be kind of fun to put on a special bonus segment here for you, in keeping with our video game theme. You know, it's interesting to see just how far video games have progressed in the last 10 years. I mean, take a look, just look at within the history of our video letters, how far video games have progressed. I mean, we started doing these in 1990, late 1990. And here it is, a little over 12 years later, and it's amazing how much things have progressed just in the past 12 years. So I thought it might be kind of fun to take a little look back for a few minutes. So here's a blast from the past for you. Don't mind all my acne in this segment. I noticed in the earlier video letters I had a lot of zits, but yeah, hope you don't mind that. Hope you're not eating while you're watching that. Oh my god, the zits! Oh, what? Yeah, so here's a special segment, Blast from the Past, from Video Letters to Jason 2. That's right, 2. From 1991. So this is interesting in that A, it's old, and B, this is actually the very first video game segment that I or you ever put onto a video letter. So this was the very first video game segment ever in the video letters saga. So check it out, and I'll talk to you after. Enjoy. Sherman set the Wayback Machine for 1991. Go. Oh, you'll notice in this intro I keep saying audio letter instead of video letter. Why? So I think I had audio letter on the brain because I was probably working on one at the time that I did this intro. Anyway, here it is, Blast from the Past. Check it out. I know, Jason, how much you love video games. So over the course of the next 6 video letters, I will be showing you one level per audio letter in the order which they appear in the game. I'll be showing you one level per video letter. So anyways, the game is called Lifeforce. It is a Nintendo game, and it is by far the best Nintendo game I have ever seen.
Greetings everyone, and welcome to Lifeforce for the Nintendo Entertainment System. I'm of course your host, Sean McLean. Boy, this one really takes me back. Jason and I were huge video game fans, and whenever we would get together, we would always hit the local arcades and see what was new there, and you know, he had a Commodore 64, and we would play games on that all the time. I had an Apple IIc, we'd play games on that all the time. Just games all the time. So when we started doing video letters for each other, it just seemed like a natural addition to the content to have video game segments. So I basically did the very first video game segment ever to appear in our video letters, which was this one. All the way back in Video Letters to Jason 2, done in, I believe it was over the course of February 1991. Now, in this particular episode, I'm not going to talk about the game so much. I just kind of wanted to talk about the history of this segment and how it's ultimately found its way to you here on the internet. Originally, this video game footage was recorded on VHS in the SP mode with high-fidelity audio in the summer of 1990. Now, the way I would record video games is I would basically, instead of hooking the game console directly up to the TV, I would hook it up to the VCR, and then have the VCR hooked up to the TV, so that way I could actually record games as I was playing them, which was pretty cool. I mean, it was a nifty idea back then, because I didn't really know anybody else who was doing that. I was just kind of, I guess, tech-savvy with video equipment, and realized, hey, I could really easily record this, and, you know, have it immortalized forever. So what you're actually seeing is from the original VHS tape recorded back in 1990. This is the actual footage. No, I have not replayed this on an emulator. This is the original footage recorded in 1990 when the game was still relatively new. So I presented the game to Jason over the course of Video Legends Jason 2, 3, and 4, which were produced over the course of 1991. And then a few years passed by, and the 10th anniversary rolled around, like the 10th anniversary of our video letters. We started doing them in October 1990, so 2000 would have been the 10th anniversary. So I wanted to do some kind of a retrospective thing, but I wasn't quite sure what to do. So I kept putting it off. And then in 2002, I was working on Video Letters to Jason Update 2. The update editions were generally meant to be just kind of filler editions in between the quote-unquote real editions, where they wouldn't really have as much in the way of variety of content. So Video Letters to Jason Update 2 was a video game edition. I just got my PS2 and was kind of showing it off, showing them some PS2 games. Yes, I recorded them. Well, obviously, they're in the video letter. And you will be seeing those in future Multimedia Chronicles episodes as well. So I wanted to do some kind of retrospective, and since it was a video game-oriented edition, I thought, hey, why don't we take a look back at the very first video game segment I ever did, which was this one, Lifeforce. So, but in the case of that version, I actually just presented the entire thing as one massive segment. So in the course of this re-presentation on the Multimedia Chronicles Retro, I've actually included all the original intro and commentary segments from the original video letters 2, 3, and 4, and the retrospective comments from Video Letters Jason Update 2. So you'll basically get everything I've ever said about this game. Plus, I'm doing this commentary now in 2009. So, you know, as I said, it's like 18 years in the making, and that's the end. See you in part 2.
That was it. Did you enjoy it? Good. That was Lifeforce Level 1. I can't for the life of me remember what anything's called in it, because that was recorded during the summer. A friend of mine, Dave, brought his Nintendo Entertainment System over, and that was one of the games we rented for it, and I happened to videotape it. Your copy is a 3rd generation dub, so the picture quality shouldn't be too bad. Anyways, that's it for now. I'm going to reserve the remainder of this tape for responding to your video letter whenever I receive it. I'm still waiting, and it is February 18th. I received your promotional poster on February 6th. Well, it's been almost 2 weeks. Get it in the mail! Been watching my mailbox with eager anticipation. I am eagerly awaiting your video letter and viewing your efforts in the field of video production. I hope that this tape has been to your liking. I very much enjoyed putting it together, and I've still got tons more stuff to show you for the 3rd audio letter, which I will send off to you as soon as I receive your 2nd audio letter. I keep on saying audio letter. I said it in the introduction to the video game thing too, and I'm sorry. Video letter. Just I'm also doing an audio letter thing with another friend of mine, where I'm sending him audio letters as opposed to video letters. Just sound. Hell, I don't have to explain this to you. You know the difference between video and audio. At least I should hope so. Anyways, that's it for now. Goodbye.